Hi everyone, welcome. It's great having you here. I mentioned sustainability in my last video where I did the rice milk soap and talked about the recycling of scrap soaps. But I also want to talk about some other ways that we can be sustainable in our product lines. And today we're going to talk about wheat straw and plastic, and how some companies out there are actually listening to our desire for more sustainable and eco-friendly products to market our own products. And obviously companies do this because it's economically feasible for them to do it. I don't think a lot of companies do it just out of the goodness of their heart or for the planet, although I like to think that they do. I think sometimes they're simply reacting to fads or to trends of the time, and that's okay in this particular instance. I think it's a good thing. We're also going to talk about how eco-friendly these kind of products really are, and other ways that we can avoid making claims that aren't necessarily true, but also how to make sure that we are speaking out about products that do make a difference. So come along with me and let's talk. So welcome back everyone. I'm glad that you're here with me. All right, so let me break this down a bit for you, no pun intended. Wheat straw is what's left over after the wheat is processed for food. Well, you're left with just the straw, which are the stalks. And a lot of us use it, we people on farms use it for animal bedding, for gardening. It's a fantastic mulch in the garden. There are a lot of uses for wheat straw. And fortunately, the plastics industry has also learned that there is an additional benefit to wheat straw. Wheat straw is full of something called lignin, which can be, through processing of those stalks, can be mixed with sugars, creating a bioplastic. These jars, I'll just remove the tops. I just put labels on them just to show how I'm going to use them. The jars are 30% wheat straw, 70% post-consumer plastics, making these a very semi-green alternative to the traditional plastics. So some examples are these kind of plastics. Now, I do purchase these that are, these are more than 50% post-consumer plastics, meaning that more than half of the plastic here was plastic before that has been recycled into new plastics, which isn't bad. It's better than using all new plastics, right? And the same is true of these. Well, actually these, I found out, don't have any post-consumer plastic, so it's all new plastic. And I'm not someone who is, I'm not here to preach at anyone about plastics, but I'm going to tell you something that you may not know. These actually cost less. I got these from Bulk Apothecary. There are other people that do sell them, but I do business with Bulk Apothecary already, so when I saw they were offering these, I jumped on the bandwagon. These are completely recyclable. They are they green? Well, no. Other than going outside and cutting a tree and making a jar out of it and putting threads on it, and there aren't many ways to create anything greener other than glass. Glass is 100% recyclable. glass is easy to recycle compared to plastics and other things. So that's why I offer glass, and a lot of my customers do prefer glass for these type of products. But this is a start in the right direction. For those that do choose plastics, I can now use a somewhat greener alternative. And that makes me feel good. These are sustainable. Wheatgrass is going to be around for a long time. People like wheat. I'm not a big carb eater at this stage in my life, but a lot of carbs are eaten in this world, and wheat is a big part of that. So wheat straw is going to be with us for a long time. And this is one great way to use it. Is it perfect? No, nothing is. And these have a lifespan of 5 to 10 years, which is fantastic. These are double-walled. They feel wonderful in the hand. These just have a great feel. I really like the feel. I love the speckles that you can see in it from the natural wheatgrass. I think that's just fantastic. And it goes right along with my labels. I use these natural craft labels, and they blend so well with these wheatgrass. Now on camera, these may look a little whiter than they are. They're not really white. These are sort of a beige tan color. Anyway, it's something that I was thrilled about. It's something I'm very happy that I will be offering. I've got to use up what I already have in plastics. I already have a lot of these plastic bottles, so I need to use these up. But I'm going to be moving to these. I've already ordered quite a few of them, already have them in stock. And I'm very pleased with the aesthetic, and it makes me feel a little more like I'm moving toward the sustainable concept, and that is important to me. And I know it's important to a lot of you as well. Listen, I am not a fanatic about sustainability and about saving the planet, because I don't think I can save the planet myself. But I think that each of us that do our little part, the planet doesn't need saving, because if we destroy the planet and we all die, the planet wouldn't mind at all, right? The planet will live on. But we hope we will live on too. So if these are things we can do to maybe stretch the amount of time that we can all be here and make it a little more pleasant and create happier customers, what's wrong with that? That's a good thing, don't you think? Anyway, I just wanted to share this bit with you all, but I also wanted to talk a bit about the green, natural, organic movement in this country, and how some companies are taking advantage of that, and some people, even soapers, are taking advantage of this without even, I don't think that they're doing anything wrong. I think that they just may not have all the facts. People saying that their products are all natural. Well, can you make an all natural soap? Well, no. An all natural soap would be something that has natural saponins in it, like soapberry or horse chestnuts. That's an all natural soap. We have to use chemical processes, which is saponification. That's where you take lye, which is sodium hydroxide or sodium potassium if you're making a liquid soap, mix it with oils to create a soap, right? It's not all natural. I mean, we can say that it's made with all natural ingredients, yes, but we can't say it's made with all natural ingredients because, well, the sodium hydroxide is not natural that we use. The only natural lye would come from wood ash, and yes, you can make soaps from it. It's what my grandmother did, and her mother before her, and so on and so on. It's not the best soap. There are some real challenges with it. Even my mother talked about when she was a kid, the harsh lye soap that her mother made, and that's been improved over the years, but because of science and laboratories, right? And so and people, I just see all the time, people say all natural, and I realize that's a marketing thing. And I will say, that I color with natural clays, I have natural colorants, or I use essential oils, but even essential oils are not always natural. Many of them can be pressed cold from the plant, that's true, but many others take a chemical extraction. And I don't think that you should call those all natural. You can say they're all essential oils, but you have to be careful with how you comment on them. And I don't want to get up on a soapbox here, and I'm not talking to any one person. I'm just chatting about things I think about. As far as organic, I do my best. I only grow organic things on my farm. My animals only eat organic feeds when they do eat feed. But all the plants that they eat, everything that grows here for over 75 years has been chemical free. So I feel good about that. I know that the products I grow here are organic. Now, people calling honey organic. You can't really do that in the United States. Why is that? Because you can't control bees. Bees are not going to only eat from organically grown flowers. They're going to go where the flowers are, and that's why so often beehives decline, because they do go to places where insecticides are used or herbicides, and it kills the bees, right? So anyway, it can be very difficult to call certain things organic, and there are laws. Are they perfect? No, far from it. But it'll get better, or it won't. I hope that it will, but we all need to do our part. This is just one little thing. I try to do a lot of things, and hopefully they all add up to something good. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed this, everyone. I always enjoy meeting with you and chatting with you, and I'm really looking forward to getting back into video making and spending time with you all. If you have any suggestions or ideas, I'm open, so let me know. Take care, and I'll see you back soon. Goodbye.